Hi, guys. It's Mary Moran back again. Day 2. I'm so excited to be here. I'm very proud of myself to actually be going live twice, 2 days in a row. And as promised, I am going to do something that's out of my kitchen. So yesterday I went to the market, and as we're nearing the end of summer, and Labor Day weekend, and of course, September. One of the things that's really prevalent in the grocery stores in California are black mission figs, which is one of my absolute favorites. I love when fig season rolls around because it means that fall is just around the corner. Fall is one of my all-time favorite seasons. And so today, with these gorgeous black mission figs, I'm going to show you how to whip up a really good appetizer that just takes minutes. Now, the first thing that you need to do is wash and dry your figs, which I've already done. And the next thing we need to do is set our oven to broil, which I'm going to start with mine on low. And after I put the figs in, I'm probably going to pop it up to high if it doesn't broil enough. Typically, figs are very sweet, lots of sugary flavor, so they can caramelize really easily in the oven, which is awesome. Okay, so here are black mission figs. There's the blossom end and, of course, the stem end. The easiest way, I'm going to tilt my camera down so you guys can take a look and see what I'm doing. The easiest thing to do is to cut the tip off and then put it upright, cut it through the middle, and open it up. Okay, so then once we get a few of these done, we're going to fill them with goat cheese. Ooh, this one's a lot more firm. These are really squishy to the touch, and this one is actually on the verge of not being fresh and ripe. Wow, look at that juice pouring in, pouring out. Okay, so once these are cut, then we're going to take goat cheese. I always have goat cheese in my fridge. I love goat cheese. It's my perfect addition to eggs. And you're going to stuff the figs. Okay. You can roll it into a ball if you want, or just leave it loose, whatever your pleasure. And if you don't want the goat cheese on the outside, I kind of like it. But if you don't like it on the outside, you can always have a damp cloth next to your fingers while you're stuffing it with goat cheese to take off any excess. And one of the things that you will encounter is if the figs aren't very ripe, they can break more easily as you're trying to stuff them because they just are more rigid. Okay, now you can add more goat cheese if you want, or you can leave it as is. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take these bad boys and we're going to line our pastry sheet with them. And then we're going to throw them in the oven. All right. They're so cute. I love them. Okay, here we go. Oh, no. I have to rearrange my rack. You're going to hear some banging. Oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought. All right, so I'm going to put them in the oven for 2 to 3 minutes until the cheese starts to get golden brown, starts to bubble, and the figs begin to lightly cook. And then I'm going to take them out of the oven and we'll do the next step. So anyway, how are you? What's going on? What's in your markets these days? Yesterday when I went to Whole Foods, they had these my favorite tomatoes, the little yellow orange ones. They're amazing. And what else did they have in season? Lots of figs. Peaches are starting to go out of season, which makes me really sad. I love peach season. And I don't know. I'm pretty excited about fall. Pretty excited about pumpkin bread, butternut squash soup, all those really delicious fall foods. It's really so fun. In California, when the weather doesn't change very often, we rely on the foods to tell us what season it is. Usually there's a little bit of a crisp breeze, and the sun obviously sets sooner, so it gets darker earlier. And there are subtle shifts, unlike other parts in the country where all of a sudden, boom, you're at 40 degrees and it is definitely fall. California, we're just not that way, or at least in sunny Los Angeles. All right, I'm looking. All right, they still need a few more minutes. Okay, what else can I tell you about figs? We can talk about figs. Well, I love to paint figs. I think they're really beautiful. For breakfast, you can take a fig, cut it in half. When you see this nice purple color, it's very soft. It means it's nice and ripe. You can add them to sauces. They're so sweet that they are great in like a port wine sauce. That's really delicious. You can add them to salads. They're great with arugula because arugula is so spicy and sharp that figs, they're so sweet and have a great and different mouthfeel that if you toss arugula with figs and Parmesan and pine nuts and drizzle it with a lemon vinaigrette, it's a perfect way to celebrate fall. Traditional home, I made an incredible honey fig cake. That's one of my all-time favorite cakes. So to me, figs can be used in almost anything in any meal. So appetizers, salads. I think the only thing I've never used a fig in, and maybe this needs to change, is a soup. I've never put a fig in a soup. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to check the figs again. Hold on. I have put it to high, and I'm still waiting for it to give a nice brown color. So the ways you can cheat it. So if you have your oven on broil, you can actually sit under with the pan in your hand and raise it up to the fire to give it some of that nice brown caramelized look if you're in a hurry. Ooh, I can smell it. It's changing. Hold on, I can smell the sugars. Yep, it's amazing. I can smell the sugars from the figs actually caramelizing a little bit. So the smell in the air is a little sweeter, more brown sugar caramelized smell. It's really nice. So what was I talking about? There's lots of different ways that you can use figs, but I've not used it in a soup, but I'm sure I could. I could find some exciting way to use a fig in soup. But butternut squash soup is very sweet. So who knows? All right, I can smell it. I don't know if it's going to be the nice brown color that I was hoping for. Oh, I'm going to just touch it to the fire. All right. Gorgeous. All right, just took them out of the oven. I touched some of them to the fire, so some of them are a little darker than others. And as you can see, my parchment paper is starting to turn color as well because of the high temperatures in the oven. So I'm going to turn down my screen so you can take a look. Aren't they pretty? I just love them. All right, we can add a little bit of pinch of salt to give it that nice oomph. And then we're going to take a hint of honey. And we're just going to drizzle a little bit, right? Because when you're handing out appetizers to your friends, you don't want their hands to be fully sticky and covered in honey. You want them to be able to grab it with ease. So, and we're going to take this guy and we're going to put it over here. They're very pretty. It's a nice little appetizer. That one could have been cooked just a touch more. Pretty good though. Kind of like the little drippage. And voila. There you have it. Roasted figs with goat cheese and honey. Super easy. Makes you feel like fall. And your guests are going to love it. So it's Friday, which means I get to take a break this weekend, but I will be back on Monday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. See you later, guys.